Creating a flight plan according to customer's information. After registering into the HGMC application, connect the HGMC application to the drone by pressing a connection settings button. Then press a connect button in the upper right corner. After successful connection, the button will turn green and show the status of the drone. Next, press a View Client button to display a list of all customers previously created. The list can be searched or sorted. To create a new customer, press New Client. Then enter customer information such as name and customer photo to make it easy to search for information. After that, press OK to save new customer information. Once finished, select the customer just created. Then, press a New Site button. Name the location to make it easier to find. Fill a latitude and longitude of the location or get a position of either a remote controller or the drone. It is recommended to use the position from the drone for accuracy. After that, press OK to save the information of the new location. Creating a plot. Once the location is saved, press the new location. The application will display the map at the created location. Press the icon menu on the left to expand a menu bar. Then, press a New Plot button to create a plot area. There are 3 methods to create a plot. Method 1, draw the plot from the remote. After pressing the Add New Area button, there will be a square shape in the middle of the map. The entire area can be moved to change position. Each corner pin can be moved to adjust the plot shape. Additional corners can be added to adjust the plot shape. Method 2, create the plot with the tablet. Walk into the plot with the remote. Then at each plot corner, press the button on the remote to add a plot corner position. This method creates plot location more accurately than drawing from the remote method. Method 3, create the plot with the drone. Using the position from the drone to add a plot corner. This is a recommended method, since it provides the most accurate location. Place the drone at a reference position, then press Set Reference. This sets a reference position between a physical location and the map data, in case there is an inaccuracy of the satellite positioning system. After setting the reference point, start the drone and fly it in manual flight mode into the plot. When the drone is at the first corner, hold the drone position, then press the Add Location button on the remote controller screen or press button B on the remote. Then fly to the next corner and add a point. Repeat this until the plot is all covered, then press the Done button and Save button. Add obstacle. In case there are obstacles in the plot, press a Add Obstacle button, the button with a tree symbol. Then set the obstacle information, including name, type of obstacle and shape of the obstacle. There are 2 types of obstacles: shape round and free form. For the circular obstacle, a radius of the obstacle must be specified. It is recommended to set at least 2 more meters for safety allowance. The obstacle position can then be moved to the drone or the remote position. By bringing the drone or the remote to the obstacle point and pressing the Move Point button. For freeform obstacle, fly the drone to the perimeter position of the obstacle, and mark the position by pressing B or add position to add a corner point in the shape of the obstacle. Once finished, press Done to save the obstacle. After setting the plot and obstacles, flight plan settings will be made. Flight plan settings. Tap on the farm icon, let it change to a blue edge or tap the icon menu on the left, then press select area. Then press select plot. After selecting the area, click on the Start Working on the Area button. The pop-up menu will appear with 3 commands. The first command means the work is in progress. Use this command to continue work. The second command is Flight Plan Completed. This command used to show the details of the finished flight plan. If the user want to repeat it, select the flight plan below and copy. The copy plan has the same parameter as the old. And the third command is Create a new flight plan. This command is used to build a new flight plan. To build a new flight plan, tap Create. After tapping, the user will be redirected to the flight setting page. In the flight settings page, tap the icon menu on the left side. Then select Edit Selected Task. Now the user can configure the flight plan as desired. Before editing the flight plan, please adjust the flight path direction to suit the work area. Then select the drone model in the list. Select the type of pump and nozzle as installed on the drone. For the flight path, select the start point of the plan close to the takeoff position to maximize the battery use. Edge spacing is the parameter that sets the offset of the planned area. It is recommended to use edge spacing from 3 to 4 meters to avoid the accident from the trees, branches and the damage of pesticide to surrounding farmland. The user can use manual mode to work in the offset area later. Crop protection mode. Crop protection mode is not activated suitable for general field crops. The wind damage control mode is used for rice in the flowering and ripening stage. The edge overdose mode is used for young rice or when spraying herbicide. Terrain mode. There are 3 altitude flight modes. The first mode disables terrain following. Used this mode when the radar or altitude flight system has a problem. Plain mode is used for rice fields or short plants. Field crop mode is used for all types of tall field crops such as corn or sugar cane. Crops such as corn or sugar cane. Next is the flight grouping mode, which is used to plan where the water will run out. The automatic flight grouping mode will optimize the plan where the water runs out freely. On the other hand, front edge mode or back edge mode optimize the plan, so that the water runs out near the front and back edges, respectively. Grid angle. The flight path heading could be appropriately adjusted corresponding to field crop, or wind direction with the finest resolution of 1 degree. Grid spacing. It is to determine the distance between each flight line. From our testing experiences, the recommended line spacing for uniform coverage spraying is 4 meters. Mission altitude is the height between the top of the crops. And Tiger Drone flight path, which is adjustable during the flight. Flight speed is the Tiger Drone flying speed. The recommended flight speed is 4 meters per second. However, it also depends on the number of spraying nozzles and the different chemical mixture. Time per trip is the flight duration of each flight group, which could be adjusted to define the required water volume of each flight group. Takeoff altitude is the flying altitude prior to entering the flight plan. The takeoff altitude should be set to be higher than the obstruction. or appropriate altitude for different operations. High back home. Return home altitude is the altitude when a drone is programmed to return home automatically. For example, if the drone is flying at an altitude of 3 meters, and the return home altitude is set to 6 meters, when return to home is triggered, the drone will ascend to 6 meters and automatically navigate back home. It is recommended to set the return home altitude higher than any obstacles in the area. Home speed. Return home speed is the speed of a drone in return to home mode. After finishing the configuration of flight settings, tap on Save. Be sure to save for any change. Operation in automatic mode. When the flight data has been recorded and the user wants to start the flight, go to Command Start at the bottom right corner. When press Start Flying command, the application will go into the checklist screen. Proceed to check all the checklists that the application showed. After completing the checklist, the application will show the Proceed command. After typing the next page command, the drone will be required to check the flight system. Tap the Start Checking button. After the drone successfully checks the flight system, tap the Start button. After the system finishes checking the flight plan will be shown as a white line. After that, follow the application command by sliding the following sequence. Arm vehicle. Take off. Start task. Follow the above sequence and the drone will operate automatically as set. When the drone completes its mission, the drone will hold the position and wait for the return home command. There are 2 ways to bring the drone home. 1. Return home automatically. 2. Return home manually. When the drone has completed its landing, go to this icon and tap to exit the auto flight plan mode. Do not forget save the flight plan. Application will then show the flight group screen and it will choose the next flight group automatically. Repeat the process of sending the flight plan to continue flying. Continue doing this process until all flight groups have been completed. When complete all of the flights, go check the flight plan screen. The application HGMC will show status of 100% completion.